Hi, hello, namaste. Good morning, everyone. In our previous topics, we have discussed Ampere circuit law, Biot-Savart's law, and magnetic flux density. Now, in this topic, we are going to discuss on magnetic forces, materials, and devices. This is Dr. Kasigari Prasad, Associate Professor, Graphologist, Writer and Motivational Speaker from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Annamacharya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Rajampet. So, at very first, I request all the respected faculty members, students and all learners kindly take a notebook and pen to write the important points and equations for better understanding of the subject. We learned so many basic laws and techniques that are generally used in calculating magnetic field capital B due to the current carrying element up to now in our previous topics. So, with the help of Biot-Savart's law and Ampere circuit law, we have defined and discussed a lot on the production of magnetic field. Let us now study about the force a magnetic field exerts on a charged particle, current element, and loops in these topics. Such a study is very important in understanding the problems on electrical devices such as ammeters, voltmeters, galvanometers, cyclotrons, plasmas, motors, and magneto-hydrodynamic generators. See, these are all our different types of applications of our magnetic fields, where we are here to understand the force that is being exerted by the magnetic field. Now, forces due to magnetic fields. Naturally, there are three ways in which forces due to magnetic fields can be experienced. First one, the force can be due to a moving charge particle in a B field, in a magnetic field. Next, the force can be on a current element in an external magnetic field. And the third one, the force can be between two current carrying elements. Let us discuss the first one, force on a charged particle. As we know that according to the Coulomb's law, the electric force F suffix E on a stationary or moving electric charge Q in an electric field is related to the electric field intensity capital E. So, very simple and fundamental equation, we know that electric force F E is equal to charge Q and the amount of electric field produced capital E. So, F E is equal to Q capital E, where Q is charge. That too, it is a positive charge. We have represented here Fe, it indicates that it is positive energy. Fe and E has the same direction. Now, the magnetic field can exert force on a moving charge. This is important point. A magnetic field can exert force only on a moving charge. Now, from the experiments, it is found that magnetic force Fm experienced by a charge Q moving with a velocity u in a magnetic field capital B is given as similarly in the previous equation 1 we have calculated electric force Fe is equal to Q into E. Similarly, here we will find magnetic force Fm, that too the charge is moving with a uniform velocity u producing a magnetic field of capital B. Then Fm is equal to Q into U cross B, U cross P. This is our second equation. This shows that Fm is perpendicular to both velocity of the charged particle and the magnetic field Now, on comparison between the electric force Fe and magnetic force Fm using equation 1 and equation 2, we can observe the following concepts, stating Fe is independent of the velocity of the charge. Fe means electric force, and Fe can perform work on the charge and change in its kinetic energy. Unlike Fe, Fm depends on charge velocity and is normal to it. Fm cannot perform work because it is at right angles to the direction of motion of the charge. So, Fm dot dl is equal to 0. Another observation, Fm does not cause an increase in kinetic energy of the charge. Another observation, the magnitude of Fm is generally small compared to Fe except at high velocities. So, these were the conclusions that we got from the two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, where equation 1 is Fe is equal to Q into E and Fm is equal to Q U cross B. From these two, these were the conclusions we have obtained. Now, for a moving charge Q in the presence of both electric and magnetic fields, the total force on the charge is given as total force, capital F is equal to the sum of both electric force as well as magnetic force. So F is equal to Fe plus Fm is the third equation. Now we substitute the values. Capital F is equal to Q into E plus Q U cross B. From here you take Q common. So F is equal to Q into E plus U cross B is the fourth equation, and this equation is known as Lorentz force equation. What is this equation? This is Lorentz force equation. It relates magnetic force to the electric force. It is going to relate the magnetic force to the electric force. Now let us see. If the mass of the charged particle moving in electric field E and magnetic field B is m, then Newton's second law, according to the Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. That means F is equal to m velocity du by dt. Therefore F is equal to, we already know the equation, F is equal to Q E plus U cross B. That is for sixth equation. Now the solution to this equation is very important in determining the motion of charged particles in E and B fields. We should keep in mind that in such fields energy transfer takes place only by the means of electric field. This is Dr. Kasigari Prasad, Associate Professor, Graphologist, Writer and Motivational Speaker. For such enlightening lectures on electromagnetic waves and transmission lines, and motivational talks, inspiring talks and good handwriting skills, personality development talks and student counseling, for everything you can subscribe and learn many things from Kasigari Prasad YouTube channel. And you can also contact me through my email ID kasigariprasad@gmail.com. Thank you very much.